Today we are going to learn about some harmful microorganisms. Many microorganisms are harmful to human beings, animals and plants. These can be broadly classified as first, disease-causing microorganisms and second, food-spoiling microorganisms. Children, let us discuss what are disease-causing microorganisms. Disease-causing microorganisms cause diseases in human beings, plants and animals. Such disease-causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Let us see how pathogens affect human beings. Children, pathogens can enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. They also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or are carried through animals. Microbial diseases that can spread from an infected person to other healthy person through air, water, food, physical contact or by animals are called communicable diseases. For example, cholera, common cold, chicken pox and tuberculosis. Children, let us discuss about common diseases caused by microorganisms in humans. Viruses can cause common cold, influenza, dengue fever, polio, chicken pox, measles, mumps and AIDS. Let us see the diseases caused by bacteria. Typhoid, cholera, tuberculosis, anthrax, tetanus, food poisoning are some of them. There are some diseases which are caused due to protozoa. They are malaria, amoebic dysentery and sleeping sickness. Ringworm, a skin disease, is caused by fungus in humans. Let us study in detail the various ways by which communicable diseases spread. First, through air we breathe. Microorganisms that cause common cold, tuberculosis, pneumonia, etc. spread through air we breathe. For example, when a person suffering from common cold sneezes or coughs, fine droplets of moisture carrying germs are released in the air. When a healthy person breathes this air, the germs enters the body and infect the person. Children, due to this reason, we should keep our hands or handkerchiefs on our mouth and nose while coughing and sneezing. Second is through water we drink. Some diseases spread through water. For example, cholera, typhoid, jaundice, hepatitis A, polio, etc. The cholera causing microbes enter a healthy person through contaminated water. After floods or any other natural disasters, we are advised to drink boiled water because many disease-causing microorganisms are present in the water. At that time, boiling of water kills the microorganisms. Third is through the food we eat. Protozoa, bacteria and spores of fungi are present in the soil from where they enter our food. Therefore, we should wash fruits and vegetables after bringing them from the market and before eating them. Fourth method is through insects and animals. There are some insects and animals that act as carriers of disease-causing microbes. These animals and insects are called vectors. Children, we will discuss what are vectors. Vectors carry the disease-causing microbes from an infected person to a healthy person and cause diseases. Houseflies and mosquitoes are examples of carriers of diseases. Housefly. Housefly is an agent of many foodborne diseases. It sits on garbage and excreta and carries disease-causing pathogens with it. The same housefly, when sits on our exposed food items and leaves the disease-causing microbes on the food. When we eat such food, we get infected. Various diseases like cholera, typhoid, dysentery and tuberculosis are spread by houseflies through contaminated food and water. Children, so we should not eat uncovered food items. Mosquito. The female Anopheles mosquito sucks the blood of human beings. While sucking blood, it transmits Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a protozoan into human blood. Plasmodium causes malaria. Aedes mosquito acts as a carrier of dengue virus. Do you know all the mosquitoes feed in water? Hence, one should not let water collect in coolers, tires, flower pots, etc. We should keep our surroundings clean and dry. In this way, we can prevent mosquitoes from breeding. Preventive measures against these diseases to keep yourself and your community healthy. First, we should wash vegetables and fruits properly before eating. Second, we should also drink clean and safe water. Third, maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. Fourth, maintain good sanitation in the community. Fifth, do not allow water to collect in the surroundings to prevent breeding of mosquitoes. Sixth, we should protect ourselves from mosquitoes by using mosquito nets, mosquito repellent creams and devices. 7. We should keep the infected person in complete isolation and keep the personal belongings of the patient away from those of others. 8. Vaccination should be given at suitable age to get immunity. In this way, we can protect ourselves from communicable diseases.